Hi there, welcome back to the archives. So I actually just wanted to get on here and do one last video for the day because my Valentine's Day, unsurprisingly, is actually giving Medusa and not Venus. And so I wanted to share Medusa because that's what I've been reflecting on tonight, is Medusa's story. And I already wanted to share Medusa during Black History Month just because she's very black coded. Um, and as we talk right now about can Lupita play Helen and who is Greek and who's not and blah blah blah, it's interesting because Medusa is still part of their world. And yet when you hear and see Medusa, she's very much when I a dark skinned black woman with locks, the way in which they cast that ugliness on her, right? Um, but when you learn Medusa's story, you realize, oh, she might actually really be black because she was so beautiful that she was pissing the white girls off. And Athena was so disgusted and jealous of Medusa that it was Athena that made Medusa the monster. Oh, so Medusa was just this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman that was living her life, and she got the attention of Poseidon. Is that how you say his name? Poseidon? 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 Sorry. Poseidon? Is that how you say his name? I don't know. But he was a god of the sea. That's her origin story. Oh, Medusa was so beautiful that she got the god of the sea to seduce her. And that offended Athena. And Athena then cast this. She's a black woman. I'm sorry, but if they had black people at that time, and I think Medusa, and then when they made her ugly, now we're supposed to think that like locks or like snakes coming out. She's demonized also like a black woman. She's demonized in the same way dark skinned black women are. The ugliness is cast on her, right? Let me go make my tea. BRB. Okay, I'm back. So all to say is I'm feeling called to do Medusa tonight to share Medusa's story. I'll probably post this one tomorrow. And even the way her story ends is giving black girl magic. Like, oh, it took all of them to defeat you. They all had to come together to outsmart you in order to defeat you. And even when they took you out, you still lived because you had a child on them. And that picnic just flew, and they didn't see it coming. Right? Medusa's story, again, beyond this, I don't really know her story, other than, like, I know Medusa has the snake hair and she's said to be ugly, but I didn't actually know her story in terms of, like, Greek mythology or Roman. Is this Roman? This is Greek mythology, I think. So let's get into her story. So according to this book, again, we're looking at goddess, 50 saints, what is it? 50 goddesses, spirits, and saints, and other female. Yeah, this is exactly what she would do for Medusa. Why are you showing your backside to the audience, My God, have some self-respect. It's Valentine's Day. Hmm. So, Medusa is the snake-haired demon with deadly eyes. Again, see? She's, not to, like, sexualize a cat, you know what I'm saying? But, like, can't really consent to me posting this video, so I'd rather just not. Aria, okay, let's focus, okay? Let's focus on Medusa. Yeah, she's a demon. So again, the only ugly people, quote unquote ugly, and I did Mia Mingus' work around like reclaiming ugly, and a lot of like the disability activists will talk about this whole idea of like troubling this idea of ugly, because again, it gets projected onto folks like this, right? Either disabled people or like dark skinned people or like fat people, right? Like we have very particular ideas of who is quote unquote ugly. And in this book you see that. The only ones that are ugly are literally demons. Even who was the one that came before Eve? Lilith, right? Was she beautiful or ugly? I don't know, but she was considered a demon. Who else? Baba Yaga. We've read about Baba Yaga, which is a Russian folklore. She was ugly and she was a witch, right? So you see that like the goddesses are beautiful and like the demons are ugly. And usually the demons look like this, which is some rendition of a black person. Over here they made her light skinned, but like let's be so for real, right? And so like right, so the witches are black. This is my issue with this, right? It demonizes certain people. And I obviously take it very personal because those people look like me. Ah, this tea is hitting the spot. I mix evaporated milk with 2%. And I put honey in there. Medusa. Sorry, let's stick to the topic. Okay? So she's a snake-haired demon with deadly eyes. People have told stories about Medusa for over 2,000 years, with snakes for hair, and a wild again, that's usually a word that's used for folks like this, right? Um, she stares at you. She has a really powerful gaze, and her gaze is so powerful that it turns you into stone or people to stone. And she's remembered as an evil demon who was eventually beheaded by the ancient Greek hero Perseus. Perseus, is that how you say it? So again, right, they made her sound like she was evil and bad. She was just minding her own business. And we'll get into that. So Medusa is one of the three mythical sisters. So she has two other sibling sisters. Together, they're known as the Gorgons. Is that how you say it? Gorgons. Her sister, Stheno, and Euryale, is that how you say it? Are immortal, but Medusa's not. And so she's the only one that can ever be killed. And so there's a story that she was a beautiful woman, okay? She who became hideous looking when Athena cursed her. So Medusa was apparently so beautiful, and it was Athena that cursed her. Remember Athena? Athena came up earlier with Venus. She was the one who like married her brother, and Athena is a goddess of wisdom, so she's not actually very bright. She sounds like she's a little jealous. She's a guardian of Greece. Remember? Athena, Athens. And so Athena was so offended because the god of the sea, Poseidon, seduced has seduced Medusa in one of her sacred shrines. So I'm guessing it sounds like maybe they got it on in Athena's shrine, and so Athena was offended. But again, I mean, girl, don't sleep in my bed. But I'm not gonna curse you over it unless I'm jealous, right? Like that's disrespectful. I get it. Don't be doing. Why are you bumping skins in my bed? But like, am I gonna hex my friend for that? I don't know. There's some jealousy and envy there. So she thought it was disrespectful. As a punishment, Athena transformed the young maiden into a monster. So that's what happened. Okay, the story of Medusa's dramatic death is one of the most famous and thrilling of all Greek mythology. It started with a king Polydectes. Is that how you say it? But basically, the king wanted to marry Perseus's mother, Danae, and so Polydectes knew that Perseus would do anything to protect his mother. So he hatched a plan to send a hero far away, to send Perseus far away, right? He gave Perseus the challenge to bring him the head of Medusa, which he thought was impossible. So he's like, I'm going to give you a challenge. I want you to bring me Medusa's head. He knows it's impossible, but this is what he wants because he knows that if he loses, he can marry the guy's mom. Okay? So the guy is like, okay, bet, I'm going to get Medusa's head. And so he sets off. He agrees. On his way, he has the help of the gods and the goddesses, right? Hermes, like the god of travel, gave him a pair of golden winged sandals. So there's an image there of the golden winged sandals. And so basically, Hades, is that how you say his name? Hades, the god of the underworld, gave him an invisibility helmet. So now he's got like super rocket shoe sandals, an a helmet that makes him invisible. Hephaestus, which is a god of blacksmith, gave him a sword. So now he's also got a sword to fight. And Athena, because she hates Medusa, gave him a mirrored shield. So Perseus basically went, he finds Medusa, she's sleeping in a cave. He puts a helmet on so he's invisible. He uses a winged sandal so he can get quickly away. He uses the shield like a mirror so he can see where he's going without looking directly in Medusa's eyes. Remember, because Medusa's stare will turn him into brick or stone or whatever. So he can't look at her. So he's using the mirror to kind of see where she is, to navigate. He gets to her, cuts off in one swipe, one foul swoop, cuts her head off, beheads her. The snake-haired monster falls to the floor. And basically what happened is something unexpected happened. Nobody knew that Medusa was pregnant. And so as she died, Poseidon's son, a winged horse named Pegasus, flew out of her neck. So basically, Perseus quickly threw Medusa's head into a bag and escaped. Her two sisters tried to chase him, but he got away. Medusa's head continued, her power continued long after her death. And so as Perseus is like running away with her head in his knapsack, I guess, he basically bumps into a woman named Andromeda, and she's a sea serpent, right? So basically, he battles the monster. He lays Medusa's head. After battling the monster, he laid Medusa's head. Her blood turned the seaweed to stone, and apparently that's where we get the red corals of the sea. So as he continues on his journey, he stops to ask for some food from the giant Atlas, right? Atlas says he doesn't have any. Perseus gets really mad. He takes Medusa's head and shows it to him, and Atlas instantly turns into a mountain. And so that's the origin story of Atlas Mountain in North America. I mean, in North Africa. So I think the Atlas Mountains is like Tunisia. I don't know if Morocco is in there. My geography is not great, but the Atlas Mountains is in North Africa, right? So that's the legend, is how it transformed into stone. Um, the Greek, the guy basically showed her head to the mountain. I mean to Atlas, and he turned into stone. So sometimes Medusa is shown as a beautiful. Sometimes she is monstrous and demonic. Sometimes she's seen as having a for a boar, with the tusk of a boar, a wild lolling tongue. Her tongue is what apparently is also demonic. And she might be even have a bristly beard, right? So like this masculinization of Medusa. Again, with the snake hair, right? Reminiscent of like unruly, coily black hair. And they'll be like, you're the one who made it black. Nobody said it was. But again, this is why like you need media literacy or critical analysis, because people will do certain things to get a particular rise or to set a particular ideology very subliminally. And if you're not aware of that, you don't even know what's happening. So now you're feeding into this racist trope that like dark-skinned people with locks are demonic because you kind of look like Medusa, and Medusa was a demon, and so you are right, and therefore we cast demonic onto certain people. At this point, everybody and everything is demonic, right? So you can't even take offense to it. The ocean is demonic, so like I'm not gonna catch feelings if you think I'm demonic because of my skin. Um, Basically, yeah. So in ancient Greek, there's images of her placed outside of buildings, and it's said to protect people from danger. So although she suffered a terrible death, she still has an important role as a guardian, is what the book says. Um, and her head, apparently, Athena placed it at the center of her breastplate. So again, you see like this jealous character. Medusa actually was, I don't know if she did bad before, but she was just literally minding her own business. Her only crime was she was so beautiful that she attracted um, the god of the sea's attention. That really offended Athena, who thought, I guess, I don't know what she thought, but she thought it was absurd and she got mad and transformed her into a monster. So, that is Medusa's story. I'm really sitting with that today as I think about, especially the end, right, of her having a child that lives into the future even when she's taken out. I think I recently saw somebody, I think it was Erica Hart. I saw a video, I think of it was Erica Hart talking about why Erica and Eb decided to have a child. And I think they're thinking about having a second child. And basically, Erica shares that they did so because they want to be able to ensure that they are in the future, right? And I think that is, I've seen the same thing. Asada Shakur wrote about that in her memoir, right? Being in prison, having a child, and knowing that, like, this is a part of me that stays into the future even if I don't, regardless of what happens, right? And so, even in that way, Medusa's story is still, that's what I'm saying, it's still very much so, um, not everybody's Black experience, but that experience of, oh, all of you motherfuckers are coming for me because I had the audacity to exist and be fine, and you tried to seduce me? I didn't even take your advancement seriously, and I'm getting punished because how dare people find me attractive, right? And so, her punishment was then to be ugly, which what like that's a whole bag of mix ups, right? This whole idea of like ugliness and beauty, and I'm not gonna get into it. 16 minutes, so wrap it up for Valentine's Day and forever. You don't have to wrap it up. I mean, if you don't, if the viral load is low and undetectable, but have conversations around safer sex is what I'm saying, right? I'm saying that because I did the HIV video earlier, and stay safe out there. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Family Day as well too, Canada.